Hi, it's Nicky Coffin here from Centred Excellence. Now, I wanted to share with you a really important mindset that you need to master if you are serious about scaling your business or growing a high-performing team. And it's called the Toleration Triangle. So what do I mean by that? Well, here we have a triangle, and on the left you'll see there's the letter A and there's letter B. So this letter A is you setting up the business from day one, and the B is as you grow the business, what needs to happen in terms of what you tolerate and sort of systemize it gets much tighter. So in order to scale and to scale successfully, you have to introduce systems, processes, things that people do that are uniform, and it becomes much tighter in terms of what you can tolerate outside of certain behaviours in order to get where you want to in sort of the longer term. Now, the principle behind this toleration triangle, and this is where most people fall down, is what tends to happen when you are new or when you've got a new business, you tolerate things that you really shouldn't do. So for example, one of my friends, Bernadette, she hired a lady who joined her as her PA, and this lady was 5 minutes late to one of their team meetings. Now, because Bernadette at the time really needed a PA, she didn't call this lady up on it. She let it go. And the thing with this is how you do anything is how you do everything. And within this toleration triangle, what tends to happen is something that might seem to be minute at the beginning manifests into something absolutely spectacular further on down the line. So she didn't pull her up on this, and you know, this lady was late, nothing majorly late, like 5-10 minutes, but she was always consistently late to meetings, which was annoying, but not a deal breaker. Now, fast forward a year and a half down the line, and Bernadette was actually running a very large event in Dublin. And she'd asked this lady to go down the night before so she could set up, make sure that everything was there, ready to go. So the 300, 400 delegates would be able to get to the venue, and everything would be sorted. And this lady said to her, well, actually, I want to drive down with Angie tomorrow morning. So if it's okay, I'm going to do that. And Bernadette was, well, no, not really, because the traffic's really bad around Dublin in the morning. And this lady was absolutely insistent that she was going to go down. So we're going to leave with absolutely tons of time. Anyway, what happened? There was a massive crash on the motorway that they were coming in on. And it meant that they didn't get to the venue until 10 o'clock in the morning. Now, this was a major problem because the actual event started at 9. So can you imagine the chaos that was caused because this woman wasn't there? Now, had Bernadette actually dealt with this issue right up front, this lady might have left her business, or she could have pulled her socks up and changed her behaviour. But because Bernadette didn't, it then manifested into this issue that caused all sorts of problems later on down the line. So the first question to ask is, what are you tolerating with your team or the people that are in your business, that you're doing it because you are scared to lose them, or normally because they're a top performer and you think if I approach them on this, if I challenge them on this, then they might leave, and I can't afford that to happen. And normally actually it's your top performers who are the ones who really take the mickey. So the first question is to say, what are you currently tolerating? Now, the second thing to realise with this principle is if you don't actually address the issue with these people, what then happens is you have your other star performers who sit here, who can see these mavericks or these people basically doing things that shouldn't be doing. And they say, well, because our leader's not actually addressing that, I don't want to work for someone like that. I'm really annoyed that these people are turning up late because I'm here working my socks off. And so then what ends up happening is these guys actually then leave the business. So that is the mindset. And the thing about this is you might end up losing them, but the thing is that you then, further down the line, you won't lose all of these great people, but also you might end up keeping them and get this person to really sort of fit into your culture, fit into the team, and actually make a really big difference. And what I found in my experience is sometimes these conversations can be really tricky up front, but if they're the right people, they will take note that they will change their behaviours. So the sooner that you can address it, the better. Anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed that. I know it's a little bit of a harsh one, but this is one of the really important things that you need to master. If you found this information valuable, then you will love the event that we're doing in December, which is called Rocket Your Recruitment Business Growth. And we'll be covering stuff like this, but also mindset, so things that are happening unconsciously within you that are sabotaging your success, that we will be clearing during this event, so you can really fast forward what you're doing. We'll also be showing you how to be really clear on your plan and actually break it down into a step-by-step plan of what and how you're going to achieve between the 20 to 100% increase in your results next year, but actually by working less hours, working less volume, and getting really smart on where you're focusing your time. So those are the type of things that we're going to be covering in this event. If you want to see more on what we're going to be doing, then if you click through to the link that will come up after this video, and it will tell you in detail what it involves, what it's all about. Anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed today, and if you've got any questions on the Toleration Triangle, then just contact us. You'll find all our contact details on our website. All right, well, have a great rest of the day.